Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. There are no bad pictures, that's just how your face looks sometimes. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Common-looking people are the best in the world, that is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. A farce or comedy is best played, a tragedy is best read at home. For people who like that kind of a book, that is the kind of book they will like. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. And in the end it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. I would rather be a little nobody, than to be an evil somebody. I would rather be a little nobody, than to be an evil somebody. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. Human nature will not change. In any future great national trial, compared with the men of this, we shall have as weak and as strong, as silly and as wise, as bad and as good. What is to be, will be, and no prayers of ours can arrest the decree. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. I cannot make it better known than it already is that I strongly favor colonization. I cannot make it better known than it already is that I strongly favor colonization. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail, without it nothing can succeed. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. I cannot make it better known than it already is that I strongly favor colonization. I distrust the wisdom if not the sincerity of friends who would hold my hands while my enemies stab me. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice.